Hey, I'm going to try to talk for a minute, mainly for myself. More than likely, I won't upload this because I don't know how I'm going to get this out because it's always so hard to get these thoughts out. It's political, okay? So, I'm 63, okay? I know that for some people, that's not that old, and for some other people, that's ancient. For me, since I don't know any other experience, I am aware of 63 years of being on this planet and watching how things go, especially with politics. I just want to try to get this out for my own sanity's sake and so that someone else can hear me say it, okay? People are going on and bitching about how it's important to vote, and I agree. It is important to vote. Um, there's, it's just so frustrating, because there is way too, what I see in the public sector, is there is too much of a simplified idea that the vote is the answer. Now, ideally, if indeed a majority of the people actually voted and those votes were honestly counted, see, we can't count on honesty anywhere, voting would make a difference. But as we have seen historically, all kinds of things have been done and are done to this day to discourage and actually make it hard, in particular for people of color, to vote. Now, the thing that I want to say from experience is that I vote, always vote. I basically vote Democrat. I've voted independent as well. And the thing I want to say to my younger friends in particular, who are all gung-ho about vote blue, this is what I say. I'll vote blue, but show me what you can do, because historically what keeps happening is that we discover that ultimately behind the scenes the only thing that matters is financial and economical power. And blue cave into the power. And I have direct experience. It was for a short time, but I have a year's experience working as an adjunct with a lobbyist here in Nebraska, going to legislature on a regular basis for over a year, going to the governor's mansion for meetings and lunch, and those little meetings between the politicians and big business people that you don't see. So I do have actual experience and know from experience that behind closed doors, we're not talking about policy, we're talking about money. We're talking about who benefits. It's like you have to keep the game running. And corporations and big interests, it went public years ago, too big to fail. So we're stuck with that. I definitely am encouraging people to vote, but it's not so simple. I want to give another point of view here. My neighborhood, I love my neighborhood. It's a mixture of people. I have some neighbors I've been living with for years who are just about as ignorant as life is. So ignorant that after all these years and fussing with them, they still can't even be considerate enough to cover their trash garbage cans with lids so that the critters don't drag everything all over the neighborhood every week. I've been dealing with this for years, kindly have approached it with them. These people are just really dumb. There's a lot of dumb people. They don't vote. I have neighbors who are smarter than that. I've tried. They don't vote. Nothing you can say. There's the people who really would benefit from the vote aren't even smart enough or connected enough or something enough to see it. If there was a conspiracy to destroy the voice of the people, it worked. And it's still working. People who understand the power are voting It's the people who don't even have enough brains to understand that we can't. That's a lot of the people that we can't get to vote. We can't even get them to think about anything worthwhile. I just wanted to share that because I would like to see a new crop of Democrats actually do their job and not be fakes, just getting paid. Because that's what's going on, is people get that job and they get paid, and the American people, it's just a what's the word they use? We're just batted about. We're used, as a thing. The American people this, the American people that. While the politicians are getting paid and doing nothing for the American people, talking shit. I want to say it again. I'm 63, and I hear all this talk about talk of this. I've seen some improvement in areas of life, of course, but overall, have I seen politics improve life? Hell the fuck no. Vote, please do. I still have friends who vote red, We live in different worlds. It's just a shame. If you've got it comfy, or if you've lived a certain way where the American dream has worked for you, and your ass certainly ain't black if that's the case, unless you're some kind of brainwashed, that's my opinion, unless you're some sort of brainwashed person, American dream ain't there for you. Ain't there for me. Seems like those are the only people that vote red, are the folks who got it comfy and don't give a shit about anybody else. Like I said, I don't know that I'll upload this. I just want to get this out. I do want people to vote, but I do think that people just don't know enough to realize that it's so corrupt. How can we change? How can we wrestle power away from corrupt people who don't care about progress when they literally own everything that we live on? And if we were to raise enough ruckus, all they'd have to do is stop restocking the stores, turn off the gas pumps, turn off the lights. I think that's known by people in the 1/10 of 1%. I don't know this. I can't prove it. But someone, if I realize this, somebody else realizes this. They don't have to care. If people actually try to start some kind of revolution in the street, all they gotta do is shut everything off, and we would kill each other. This is shit that people, I think, ought to think about, and you don't see people saying it, okay? So, however rambling this was, I always watch my videos back to see how poorly I did, or well I did, in expressing my thoughts. I'm probably going to upload this one. I have more music to review, but this shit is on my mind constantly, and I think that it's obviously a good thing for me to express these thoughts and share them with you, okay?